Wait, nope, I had that right the first time around. There we go. Guys, this is the biggest thing we've taken on so far at Base Trade TV, and we're only in the round of 32. It's still technically not even halfway over. We got the round of 16, the round of 8s, the semifinals, the finals, and so on. This has been a great league. It's been a crazy month, and this is the last North American group. Spawning in the top right corner of the map in the finals, looking to join Fog, perhaps, in the round of 16. It's Root Gaming's Catz. Root for Root.
In the bottom left, as the Red Terran, it's Dust Schnitzel.
They don't have any cool slogans, so we'll say dust to dust.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. Anyways, so I don't know. You kind of brought up like maybe Catz was watching the stream.
He definitely was. He was watching it while he was waiting. So it's
well,
a smart move to make. I mean, like, some people might see it as scummy, some people might see it as intelligent. I think it's a smart move. If you've got 20 minutes to kill, what better to do than study your opponent? Watch them on the stream. It's not like he's obsing a game as build orders and such written down, but you can get a lot of that information just by watching.
For instance, Schnitzel actually might not have the greatest defense against Roach Hydra. You know, you did try it once on this map, actually, and it didn't really work out, but he might be acknowledging the fact that he made mistakes. For sure. And I think one of the things, too, I mean, Schnitzel got away with some weird stuff in that first series, but I think one of the biggest detriments was, like, constantly, like, the third CC I don't have a problem with. It's, like, the way he was using the third CC that made me go, like, ugh, put it out there in the front lines like that. It's really the lack of bunker I found out that I just really have a problem with, you know? It's not even like it being scouted so easily is just, you know, in a day where Terran actually has options to hide and do against their players, like why? But it's really about not having that bunker that just is so useful. And, you know, it starts the defense. It's easy to defend against any early roach attack, you know, that type of deal. Well, I think through both of these series, the one thing we've learned out of Schnitzel, his mech is actually not too shabby. Yeah. I'm not sure if you would necessarily go for it on Overgrowth. I don't particularly think Overgrowth's a great mech map in the first place, but yeah, it's definitely, I think, something where it's been game 2 in both his sets. That's what brings it back into it. Good point. Yeah. I wonder if Catz, you know, will fall for it again, though. I feel like, well, first took a lot of drone damage, and second, there was some hesitance to start the swarm host ball rolling type thing. I think there's I don't know, I'm trying to think how to describe this. The Catz is a really smart guy, right? Like, I don't know that there's more Zerg players out there that are more analytical than him. I kind of feel like just the fact that he got to play a set already, and he got to sit back and like analyze his opponent, it's kind of like that robot, like beep boop analyzing weakness, you know, weak point detected. Maybe not quite so joking here, but seriously, Catz is a really smart guy. He's the one who comes up with these crazy builds, and I don't think it'll be a crazy build that takes Schnitzel down, but I think we'll see a different Catz in this series. Hopefully. He was the one that was able to take a breather after what was kind of a shaky performance, you know, so that'll help out as well. Well, plus the confidence of taking down Taiga, so I mean that's always gonna be a good feeling. Yeah, not quite the confidence you'll get from taking down Innovation, but still confidence. Look, a win's a win. Okay, sometimes it's just what you need. Schnitzel, though, actually not going to lose his Reaper this time, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. He is going for Banshees on this map, so the third CC shouldn't be coming down at the wall. Oh. Yeah. Still don't know if this is going to be indicative of mech or not, but that's why that's why I love the Hellion Banshee opener. It does let you go either way should you want to change it up. Yeah, I mean, it's, again, the only thing that I found, like, really is just, you know, you're disappointed because you went Banshees is if they went 2-base, you know, Muta. That's when you're kind of like, oh, I wish I didn't do this build, but everything else... Oh, sick as fake. But Catz sees the barracks land again, so no! He went back too soon. Okay, so that was really cool. For those who don't know why I'm freaking out, that he made it look like it was going to be Banshees. And Catz started going away, and if he had waited like 3 seconds, then Catz probably still would have thought that looked like Banshees. But because he actually actively lands the barracks again in plain view of Catz, this actually just doesn't look like anything at all. Yeah, it would have only bought him like 20 more seconds, right? Because when the Viking comes out, you know they didn't go Banshee, so... Well, I guess there are some builds actually where you go Banshee after Viking. We actually have a Medevac following after the Viking. Alright then, so still going to be this Marine Hellion attack.
I like this though, because again, like the whole point of this Viking, like yeah, it's a couple overlords, but people really underestimate the fact that you're supposed to use to clear a path for your medevac. So you know, Catz doesn't see it coming across the map.
Yeah, I mean, Polt was very good at that. That's why Polt kind of has the Polt Viking. I guess that's why it's like the nickname is. Maybe he didn't create it, but he like, abused it. Like he would do the Viking and then into the 4 Marauder drop, remember? And that used to be deadly against thirds or Evos or Roachborns, you know, buildings.
Well, Viking is going to take out this Overlord. Just we got, well actually, yeah, it's not that many Hellions. Only 4. There's the other ones are back at home, so the wall.
Think it is.
Oh, is less awkward this time.
It's the same thing that he did against Fog on this map, I think. You know,
the
2 barracks, the armory. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit later, but a lot more powerful. And if it's not going to be scouted, which it shouldn't be, I mean, he killed all the Overlords.
But Catz has got the Banelings on the way. This isn't like he's going to be caught with his pants down for this, right? Maybe the Banelings will start a little bit late, but I think he should be okay.
Yeah. He won't morph them until he knows that he needs them, right? Which is actually going to be pretty late. So it might work out better. I think it's going to work out better than Roaches. Like, you don't drop Hellbats on top of Banelings. Whereas you can do that versus the Roaches. Well, we'll see how this works out. Spire's also on the way, so if he's able to defend the attack, he will have kind of an immediate counterattack of his own if he gets this Mutas out. I don't like giving away Hellions right now. If you're about to follow up with a push.
Yeah, but at the same time, he does have a lot more behind this. So, I mean, I think it was the power of like 10 of those hitting versus Fog that made that go so well.
Yeah, 5 just seems so like...
I feel like even just the Queens could hold this. Like, you might even need the Banelings.
Yeah, they do have a lot of transmuted energy too. Can have like 2 each or something like that. Well, he's gonna do the drop again, but you know, you're gonna drop hopefully on top of the Banelings, and if you don't drop it on the Banelings will attack your Marines, which are really what's adding, you know, the staying power, I guess.
Well, there we go, drops on top of the Banelings. Actually gets a pretty sick hit there too. Catz doesn't get the best connections, but again, I kind of feel like at the end of the day, if you focus on the medevacs with the Queens, the transfuses should carry him. But oh, this is getting pretty messy pretty quickly.
With 6 Queens.
Yeah, he's got him clumped a little bit. It's a little bit worrisome. I mean, he's focusing on the Hellbats, which isn't a terrible choice, but of course we got those medevacs just healing everything else. Had those been focused down first, maybe they would have crumbled a little bit faster. I don't know, but as we see, the thing is he protects his drone line, and I think at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. We also see him segmenting the Lings out so they come in without going through the splash damage. That's actually kind of a cool move.
I think just more Banelings would have held that so much easier. Like the 4 exploding on like 1 Hellbat, that definitely sucked.
No! Schnitzel! Please? Alright. He like attacked it and then stopped attacking you, right? You're like, okay, he's got it. No, wait! But the Lings coming out here are a little bit segmented off, and that's the problem.
Dude, Catz is supply block, and he's making so much money, yo.
Yeah, this sucks. You can't even put Queens through this. 1 Mutalisk coming out. Definitely needs to get those overseers coming ASAP. Don't run to the Vikings! Oh, dear. Does start focusing on those medevacs though, so I mean this was definitely a bit of a problem. More Banelings are going to start connecting in. There's some reinforcements trickling through. Widowmine's coming out too.
As dumb as this might sound, this seems to have done more damage while not taking out a 3rd than it did while taking out a 3rd versus
well,
Fog.
I don't disagree. It is a bit of a different situation, but I think the fact that Catz has got his upgrades coming up still, like, he didn't falter behind this, right? Like, he didn't freak out and go, oh my god, and he's lost control of the game. Like, he played this pretty calmly, and you're right, he did take a lot of damage, but not that much.
I think it only appears that way, right? Because he has so much in the bank. Like, once he actually uses his bank, it's Queen's Larva injecting again, it's going to be obvious that just, like, you know, not taking out the 3rd, not taking drones, that was the goal of the push, so... This follow-up, well, you know, maybe at 1 hit, you know, 1-2 hits someone to player, Catz does have Banelings ready to go here.
Man, this Viking, both games, but this one, 17 kills. Like, this guy's a beast on the ground. But sadly, the Banelings can't quite connect to these Marines. The Catz's mutas have got to wait. He's got speed, but of course, best engagement's on.
And the supply blocks are so hurtful.
Yeah, I mean... I can't blame him, but you're right. Like, he really needs to get the Overlords out. He's making 5 now, so maybe it'll make up for it afterwards. But going off a creep like this, perhaps not the greatest idea. Again, rolling into Schnitzel's Marines, but not enough of them.
Once he can spend that money, he will overrun Schnitzel.
Right?
Schnitzel's actually, like, being so dangerous by rallying in here.
this is the thing. Like Schnitzel's attack was so just lackluster. Like it was just this. It was something that wouldn't be driven away, but nothing that would have killed that third, right? That's probably the best way to phrase that. So it was annoying for Catz for sure, and he definitely perhaps got baited into dumping a little more into the defense than he needed to. But
it was so close though, because Catz was supply blocked. He lost all of his queens. Like it was so close from being almost like that snowball effect, you know?
Yeah.
Like now he's fine. Now he's starting to get the money down.
He's stabilized.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's actually going to be very hard just to find anything to do. Now,
as you look at the creep shot at the right side of the map versus the left side of the map, this kind of sucks. Catz is kind of limited engagement paths here, but should be able to catch this off guard a little bit. Banlings are a little bit late to the party, but the Lings, there's just so many of them. And the medevacs are all getting just trucked by the mutas.
Yeah. More banelings coming in. Okay, that's definitely not going to go well for Schnitzel. And now Catz is up by 6 supply. There we go. This is what we're talking about 3 minutes ago.
2-2 as well, kicking in here at the last second. Going to look really nice with the remax. Every medevac goes down, and Schnitzel was got a couple of Widow Mines. I don't think they're going to get the hits they need.
Yeah. That push, I mean, it delayed Catz from overrunning him for so long. Okay. But in the end, it was Catz overrunning him.
Yeah. It's scary to consider like he had that much money banked. Like you really wouldn't think this game comes back from being stuck like that in the early game. But Banling's going off on all the SUVs underneath this. The bunker goes down as well, and so does the CC. And with that, Schnitzel's probably going to type GG. There you go. Game number 1.